the Pirates, they decided to DFA Rowdy Tellez. And the important thing about this is that Rowdy Tellez was 4 plate appearances away from a $200,000 kicker, which was stipulated in his contract that if he reached, 250 plate appearances, then he would get
like that. Yeah,
he would get a $200,000 kicker. And they not just benched him, they didn't just set him down. They DFA'd him prior to.
Got rid of him.
He's gone. They're like, nah.
What, 4 days? Because this happened, 2 days ago, yesterday?
Yeah.
So 4 or 5 games left in the season, they straight up... How cheap do you have to be to not only DFA... Like I get you don't want to pay the thing, so like put him on the Phantom IL, right? Like you don't want to pay the kicker, put him on the Phantom IL, right?
Yes.
So
yes,
they tell him, hey, you've got a hamstring issue, or you got a little bit tweaked your back the other day, so we're gonna put you on the IL to end the season. No, we want to get rid of you because we don't want to have the option to send you up to the plate 4 times over the next 4 to 5 games. What?
It's so upsetting. It's so upsetting. So he's batting .243 with 13 home runs, 56 ribbies. His OPS sits at .691 this season. He's played in 131 games this season, so he's been their everyday first baseman.
And that's the thing. Is that he's been there every day. Hasn't been great.
Yeah.
Like those are not great numbers for Rowdy Tellez because he should be better than that. He's a slugger. But you've had him there every day. Other than being cheap, why are you suddenly like, nah, we got to get rid of him. We got to cut the dead weight.
There's no reason for this.
Shame on Derek Shelton. Shame on Bob Nutting for doing this guy dirty like that. It's so messed up.
Even if they came to us as a fan base, or they came to him and said, "Sorry, man, we got a hot shot first baseman coming up. We want to give him some. We want to give him some plate appearances and give him some looks." It's like, for what? 12 hours? for what?
You want to give him 5 minutes of service time?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's absurd. I don't understand. You can try and justify it all you want, but I'm just gonna shake my head because I can't understand why, other than being exceptionally petty and cheap. There's no reason for this.
Yeah, it's the cheapness that gets me. And one of the things that's interesting is I was watching Brock and Salk the other day. I have them sometimes in the morning. I was listening to them. They're in Seattle and they're talking to Jeff Passan. And they're like, what's the move this offseason to get this team over the top? He's like, go for Juan Soto. And the first question was, can they afford him? And he goes, yes, of course they can. Everybody can afford Juan Soto. Everybody has this money. Don't let owners cry poor. They all have the money to afford a guy like Juan Soto because that's what they bring in. Their decision is whether they're going to spend it or they're going to pocket it. And most of them want to pocket it.
That's exactly
which is the problem. And this is the problem we have here is the team wanted to pocket that $200K instead of give it to a guy who's been there every day dealing with this team that you put around him and other guys on that field. And granted, like I said, not a great year for Rowdy. Probably may have been part of the reason that they weren't successful. But
come on, you can't hang it on one guy.
Well, no, I'm saying I said part of because he didn't have.
He's part of it.
Collective. It's a collective.
Of course.
So, but you don't let him get what he's earned by sticking it out, because he could have mailed it in weeks ago and been like, "Well, we're not in it. Trade me. I want to go to a contender. I'm a vet."
So listen, the batting average leader is Reynolds, 275. Okay, Rowdy Tellez, what did we say? He's batting friggin' 2. Hold on, I got it right here. 243. It's not. I mean, it's not that big a difference.
The 243 is not bad, and I would say
it's not bad.
Pretty decent for Rowdy because over the course of his career, he is a 234 career average. He has a 234 career average. So 243 is actually the best he's had since 2021. It's the 13 homers, but he had 13 homers last year too. So it was because I'm thinking 2022 Rowdy Tellez, who had 35.
Yeah. He's tied for 4th place in the team, the entire lineup, for home runs. Brian Reynolds has 22. O'Neal Cruz 21 and Andrew McCutchen has 20, then it's Bart and Tellez at 13. Everybody else is sub. So, like, don't sit here and tell me he's part of the problem, because I don't think he's not doing anything but contribute when you compare him against everyone else on the team. I'm not listening to it. Are they great numbers? No. Stacked up against a not great team, he's pulling his weight. That's all I'm saying.
Apparently. And that's true. The Pirates are a last place team. They didn't look like a last place team for a portion of the season, but they're a last place team now. And having that on that team is pretty good. So you're right.
Also, and for a portion of that time where they didn't look like a last place team, who was their everyday first baseman? Rowdy Tellez. I rest my case, Your Honor.